It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello?
Bruce had a bad day and caught some of it on his dashcam. Let's hear him rant like an old fart who wants everyone out of his yard. I personally think he needs to eat a Snickers. Let's see what he has to complain about this time, shall we?
Welcome back. Now I want to just rant about my day. I had an extraordinarily bad day, especially earlier today, and I want to talk to you about it and why I really hate living where I live. I love my property. I don't like the area I live in. It's not a bad area. It's no crime. It's just an average boomer central. I'm Gen X. Yeah, well, let's just get into it. So here's how my day went. I woke up this morning, and I was actually in a good mood. Woke up this morning, had the doggies, put them out. My wife works from home. She's working at home, stuff like that. And bless her heart, she made me a cup of coffee when I woke up. I love when she does that. Drank my coffee, had a little bit of lunch, and I had to go to Walmart to get some supplies. So, I toddled my fat ass out to my car, and I proceed to drive to Walmart. On the way to Walmart, I pass an intersection, which I'm going to show you in this dash cam. And let's just show you what happened. All right, I have it queued up. Drove for a few minutes. I want you to pay attention to this intersection. Though. It's a Target intersection right here. See this coming up the hill here? These cars come out, and this is a very busy roadway here. It's what's it called? It's called Pennsylvania Avenue here in Irwin, Pennsylvania. Local people know exactly what I'm talking about. And people started blinking their lights at me on the oncoming lane. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm driving, and here we go. And I realized, okay, there's been an accident. Okay, well, that's a shame. And I wouldn't be making this video if somebody got hurt. Everybody was fine. These are the people that were in the accident here. I think you could see my cursor. And here's the accident. This guy here pulls out to make a left turn in front of this guy here. So this guy couldn't stop in time and plowed right into him. Happens all the time. And this intersection needs to have a stoplight. There's a stop sign, of course, but I don't know. Maybe it's a Pennsylvania thing. People don't actually stop at stop signs in Pennsylvania. They pull out in front of me all the time. They never used to when I had a truck. I'm driving a Subaru Legacy is what I'm driving. And so, yeah, these poor people probably, well, okay, they're having a worse day than me. I get it, but this is what happened. And I see this, I drive by it, and people aren't even stopping to help. This just happened literally seconds before I drove down. So I looked, I saw everybody was okay. I'm like, okay, there's nothing I can do either. But it literally happened seconds before I drove by. And nobody's getting out to help. I mean, maybe I'm just as bad. I kept going, but I did make sure everybody was okay. And you can see the guy, if you can see right here, he just completely obliterated T-bone that guy because the dude pulled out in front of him. Stuff happens. Stop. Collaborate and listen. So that was the first thing to happen. This isn't even, well, I guess it is the worst thing, but this isn't the only thing to happen. So here's me driving to Walmart. I'm going to skip through this because nothing happened after this. And what you don't hear is I was jamming out. I was listening to Journey. I was listening to Don't Stop Believing. I had to cut the audio because I know the music's going to get me copyrighted. Every time I put music in my videos, it gets me demonetized. And even when I play the piano myself, I get demonetized all the time. And I can't figure that out because I see other people doing videos and they don't get demonetized. They got plenty of music in it. Even music that I bought through Filmora, the editing software I use. Okay, I'm way off track. So, okay, this guy pulls off and I continue on my way. So I finally get to Walmart. All's good. I had to buy supplies for the shop today. I had a lot of work to do. So I go around, I get my supplies. Didn't have any problem at Walmart. No big deal. I had a lot of things in my cart. In fact, I actually had 2 carts going out to my car. I'm pushing one and dragging one behind me. I have a little bit of difficulty. No big deal. It's really windy. I go up the aisle going towards my car. The other parked cars are on my left-hand side. So I'm walking along those, and I almost get to my car, and this guy from the other side pulls in from the other side to a parking space and then decides to drive straight through. So I'm thinking, all right, well, he's going to park so he's facing out to make it easier for him to pull out straight to leave. I didn't really think much of it until he decides to go straight through the parking spot and come within inches of literally hitting me. And then he's sitting there giving me dirty looks, and he yelled something. Well, I told him to F off because I'm standing right there. I got two buggies. He had no business. He's just using it like a through lane. It wasn't a through lane. It was two parking spots. He would just say, well, I figured he was pulling through to park facing out. I do that all the time too. But I don't try to run anybody over. No, he wasn't even parking. He just was old boomer, just driving around, you know, all self-entitled, yelling at me. I'm like, I didn't do anything. So, you know, I'm already aggravated. So I got, you know, whatever. I did yell some profanities. I'm not above that. I go to my car. I unload the carts, you know, load up my car, getting ready to leave. Okay, no problem. I didn't catch it on getting on dash cam because I'm walking. I don't have my dash cam with me. Actually, I just got this dash cam about a month ago just to have, because I see so many people doing weird stuff. I just figured maybe someday I'll make a good video. Maybe today's that day. I don't know. So then, you know, after loading up my car and stuff, I get in the car and I'm like, oh, I'm going to download this dash cam video of the accident to my cell phone, just for the heck of it. And I'm leaving while it's happening. It took a while to, because it's Bluetooth, it takes a while to download a video. So it's downloading. The camera is inactive. So I go to pull out, and they're totally in my lane and everything like this. And here comes this idiot in a white SUV, cuts me off, but doesn't even take up the one lane. It was driving right down the middle. And I saw Texas plates. I'm like, oh, he's out-of-staters in Pennsylvania. Believe me, Pennsylvania people do not like out-of-state drivers, especially when they drive like idiots. Just saying. So, I mean, the lady almost hit me. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And, of course, I didn't catch it on dash cam because I was downloading the other video. And so I yelled out the window at her, too. I just flipped out. And then I had to follow her the whole way out to the main highway, because I went out to the main highway, which is the next clip I'm going to show you from my dash cam. I go out to the main highway, and I make a left turn onto the left turn onto the main highway here. It's called Route 30. And I get cut off again. I'm like, are you kidding me? All right, fine. You know, whatever. No accidents. It's a 2-lane left turn. So the one on the left has to take the left lane on Route 30, and the one on the right takes the right lane on Route 30. It's just how it is. Okay, fine. But he not only pissed off me, and then he switched back to the left lane, and his truck started blowing his horn, beeping his horn like crazy. And a couple people actually beeped at the guy because he was an idiot. Total separate person from the white SUV. Have to put that in there. So I'm going to show you now. We hit the next red light, and I'm going to show you what happened. And this is kind of messed up, in my opinion. So here's the clip. So you can see we're sitting at a red light. We're pretty far back. That's the truck that was blowing his horn. And he's blowing his horn as he's passing that white car, because that's the one that got cut off other than me. And this black car pulls up behind it, and they were beeping their horn too. And I didn't think much of it at the time. I didn't care. I was still sitting there just aggravated. I didn't yell any profanities this time. And then here, see what's happening. All right, see, he's getting out of his car. And look at this kid, just throwing his drink on the damn car because they're beeping at him. But he's the one driving like an idiot. And what you can't see on here, or maybe you could see it, I don't know. There's a middle finger coming out of the driver's side window too. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with people? The guy in the white car was in the wrong the whole time anyway. That's the only thing that happened on this, so let's go back to normal. And just to put a little something fun in this video, if you look at the McDonald's right there, it's in Irwin, Pennsylvania. It is actually a really old, it's an old McDonald's that's been rebuilt. It actually has what's called the Big Mac Museum in it. And you can go in there and see all kind of historic stuff from McDonald's. I think it's the only one in the country. It's kind of a, I don't want to say it's a historical monument, but you walk in there, they actually have a little museum there that you can walk through and just see McDonald's through the history. Like, it's like old pictures and advertisements playing on video, and the old containers and stuff they used to use. Oh, that's the end of the video. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, the video cut short. I didn't download anything else except the asshole in the white car. But, yeah, I thought the Big Mac Museum was kind of interesting. You can look that up on Google if you want to. So, you know, I'm driving home. I had to stop at the beer distributor because I got to have my beer on a Friday night. So I got my beer and I came home and I decided, well, it's going to be a work night anyway. So I unloaded the car. That's why my shop is such a mess, because I didn't really put anything away the right way. And I'm like, okay, settling in. I've been working here in my shop for about 9 hours. I had to put the dogs out. I'm tying a little one out, Miss Daisy, which she's asleep on a couch over there. Had to put her out, and while I'm tying her out, because she likes to take off, you know, it's that Jack Russell energy she has. And the big one, Grace, she's pit bull and American bulldog, who doesn't really act up anymore. She's getting older. She used to be feisty. She just decided to open the door herself and come outside, and I didn't notice. And there was a guy walking a puppy down the street, and she immediately just ran for it. And that dog doesn't run, but she ran tonight. She get up there, and now Daisy's she's mellowed. She used to be mean. She's not, and it's hard to describe. But I'm a little worried because she got that mean streak in her. So I'm thinking, okay, is she gonna? I hope she doesn't bite this puppy. In the meantime, I don't have Daisy hooked up to the chain yet, and Grace is the one taking off for the guy walking the dog. Seemed like a nice guy. I mean, I've seen him. I don't know why he walks down, because we live in a dead end. I don't know why people keep walking down there whenever. Not only do I have dogs, but there's a couple other dogs around the corner that bark their full heads off. You'd think people would have common sense. I'm like, okay, let's just not walk down there, because they're making the dogs bark all the time. It's really upsetting. And people do it all the time. I know I can't control that, public street and all that other stuff. And I do control my dogs. My dogs are great. In this case, though, Grace decides to just run up the steps and go after this puppy. And I'm like, I'm not sure if Grace is going to be nice to the dog or try to rip its throat out, because she could go either way. Finally got Daisy hooked up to the chain. I ran my fat ass. I had that on our security camera, which it is kind of funny, but I'm not going to bother giving you a clip on that.
Come here!
So I run up, and luckily Gracie listened to me, and she backed off the puppy, because she was trying to be a little playful, not fighting. She was trying to be able to be a little playful. But I understand this guy doesn't know. A big burly dog comes after his little puppy. Yeah, I'd be a little nervous too. Luckily, she listened. But I was more mad that she ran out of the house, and I was kind of I didn't yell at the guy, but I was kind of a dick, because I was just pissed off at the day I was having. So next time I see him walking his dog, I'm going to go out and introduce myself and apologize to him. Hopefully he'll be cool with it. And I'm like, after that, I brought both dogs in. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go down the basement. I'm just going to stay here. I watched a movie. I did a movie review earlier tonight. Just trying to calm my tits. I actually did another video. I started another video. And I decided I'm not posting it, as I was on TikTok and I was looking at people just freaking out about the elections. And I'm like, I thought it might make a good video, but I'm like, I'm not that guy. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm not here to capitalize on that kind of crap. I'm real. And this is what I do. I do the real stuff. So if you're interested and you're still here, hey, that's kind of cool. Give me a like, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, that was my day. And that's my rant. I can't stand self-entitled boomers. Not all boomers are self-entitled, but I run into them all the time, and it just aggravates me. I just want to live my life and be left alone. Just saying. Is that such a bad thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'll try to have a better video for you next time. I hope you guys are having a good night. Good. I know this week's been up and down. It's been crazy for everybody for different reasons. It's been a really bad week for me, not just because of I was happy with the election, the stress of the election, but it's for me, it wasn't about the election. I just found out someone that, somebody passed away and nobody told me. They passed away back in May, and it's somebody that, I'll just say it. It was my ex-wife, and nobody told me. Kind of pissed me off that nobody told me. Not that she died. I mean, it is what it is. I haven't talked to her in 20 years. But the fact that I still talk to so many people that, deal with her, and nobody just tapped me on the shoulder and say, hey, by the way, your ex-wife died. Nobody told me. Kind of pissed me off. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed my rant. I will try to make a more positive video for next time. Bye.
I am Izzy, and that's the way it is today. At least that's what Bruce told me to say. Like, subscribe, and share, please. If you are still here, comment "Hi Izzy" in the comments. But I'm sure nobody will. Good night.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.